Hi guys, welcome back to our latest video. In this one I'm going to show you how to make a really cool cocktail, a delicious and refreshing apricot sour. Don't forget, all of the recipes are on studiokitchen.com.au. Alright, can't wait to get into this. Let's make it. It's going to be really simple. Well, make sure you've got all of your ingredients ready before you start. Now you could use your measure to measure out the liquids, but I like to put it onto scales and tear it off and just weigh off all of my liquids to make sure that this drink is consistent every single time. It tastes great every time you make it. So the main ingredient for this is whiskey. So we're going to put 45 grams of whiskey into a measure and then put it into your cocktail shaker. The next ingredient we're going to add is amaretto, an almond liqueur, slight bitterness, going to add a great flavour to our cocktail. 15 millilitres or 15 grams of that one is going to go into your measure, and then pour that on top of the whiskey. Now those beautiful stewed apricots we made on Studio Kitchen, check out the recipe online. We had all this syrup left over, and that really was the whole idea behind making this cocktail, to utilise that syrup. So I've got apricot syrup. You could use store-bought, there's plenty available on the market, but this homemade one tastes absolutely fantastic. Just going to add some sweetness, and we're going to weigh off 15 grams of that apricot syrup and pour it into your cocktail shaker. Next ingredient, going to add a zing to our cocktail. We're going to add fresh lemon juice. So I've just cut a lemon in half. We're going to need 30 millilitres or 30 grams of lemon juice. So that's probably about half a lemon, and I'm just juicing it virtually to order so that I keep the freshness. Put my measure onto the scales, and I'm just going to weigh off, as I said, 30 grams of that. Once that's done, we're going to add that into our cocktail shaker, and we're beginning to get the makings of a really delicious cocktail. Now for texture, we're going to add in fresh egg white. I've got about half an egg white here. That's going to go in on top of the alcohol, and it's going to give a great texture when we shake up this cocktail. A little bit of froth on top. In goes a stewed apricot. Again, that's going to add really great flavour and a great texture. Give our cocktail just a little bit of body. And that's all the liquids, really simple. We're going to put the lid on and we're going to give this a shake. Now this is called a dry shake because it doesn't have any ice. So probably about 30 seconds, give it a really good mix, and we're starting to froth up that egg white as well, and give it some body. Next we're going to chill it down. So I've got a really large ice cube here, you could use some smaller ones. Add that into your cocktail shaker, and again put the lid on, and now we're going to complete a wet shake. And a wet shake is a cocktail shake with ice cubes in. So you can hear it pushing around in there, and it's breaking down that apricot, and it's also frothing it up and chilling it down at the same time. Bit of a workout, about 30 seconds, and we're almost ready to go. Into your glass, add another ice cube, and what we're going to do is strain this cocktail on top of that ice into this glass, and we're almost ready to go. So exciting. Off comes the lid, and it looks great in there. It looks nice and frothy. Got my strainer, and this is going to make one full cocktail. You're just going to strain that drink on top of that ice cube, and as you get towards the end you get all of that frothy bit, so just drain that out as well, because that's what gives this sour its signature look. And let me tell you, the smell coming from this is great. All of that fresh fruit and that bitterness from the almonds is really fantastic. But just to elevate that olfactory experience, I'm just going to dot some bitters on top, just a couple of drops of bitters. And as you take a sip of this cocktail, you're going to kind of inhale that, and you're going to get this all-round amazing experience. I made a bit of a mess there, so I've got a cocktail stick and I did some pretty little hearts on top. You can do that or not, but there you go, ready to go. How simple is that? This is one of the best cocktails you can make, absolutely delicious. This is my apricot sour. One last thing, give it a go. Yum, that is awesome. Make sure you get into this. Don't forget all the recipes on studiokitchen.com. Thanks for watching.